What's up, everybody? Welcome to 3D Rivals, your first line of defense against stupid movies. My name is DJ, and as always, I am joined by my siblings, my sister Desiree.
What's up, what's up?
And my brother Derek.
What's up, everybody?
And this week, we're going to be talking about The Winter Soldier, Captain America the Winter Soldier, in our MCU Rewind. But before we get into that, it's time for the news. And this week was DC's Fandom event. So we're going to be talking about a few of the trailers there. And
DC
Fandom, right? Yeah. So we'll be seeing what came out of that. So first thing that I had, I was going to start with Suicide Squad here. The title is Suicide Squad Kills Justice League or something like that.
Kills the Justice League?
Yeah. Kills the Justice League.
So, Are they going to be fighting the Justice League in this?
I don't even think they are.
That's
why I say I feel like the title was stupid.
Isn't the whole point of the Suicide Squad is to defeat some other more evil person than they are?
Right. I think like they created them because they wanted people that could defeat Superman if he went bad, which you chose the wrong people, I'm just saying.
Right.
Wrong people.
Cuz none of them can be Superman, but yeah, they usually use them for that. I don't know. I don't read Suicide comic books, so
or maybe the Justice League is evil for some reason.
The Justice League is evil?
Yeah. You know, who knows? Maybe, I don't know, Darkseid or somebody takes over the Justice League and they're evil. So then they hire the Suicide Squad to defeat them.
All right. So the Suicide Squad is a part of DC's shared universe, right?
I don't know.
I think so because Ben Affleck's Batman was in the first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because even the end credit to Suicide Squad is supposed to lead into Justice League. Batman gets the information on Wonder Woman and Aquaman and Flash from Amanda Waller.
Okay. See, that makes more sense than him opening an email in.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's just so dumb. God. Okay, I won't talk about Batman v Superman, but man, that was stupid. But okay. So, all right, so it is a part of the universe. So, like, what could have happened to the Justice League that I don't know. What was their latest movie? They had Shazam, right?
Yes.
So that was it.
That is the one. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they came out with that stupid Birds of Prey movie.
Oh yeah, I forgot that existed.
Yeah, I wasted my time into watching that.
Oh, I didn't even bother.
Dude, oh my! It was. I mean, I watched it for free, and I still felt like I wasted money somehow.
Yeah, well, you never get that time back. That's like 2 hours of your life.
No, I mean, it was bad. I mean, like, I would say it's probably almost worse than Daredevil, the movie, bad.
Oh.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to say it is Green Lantern bad.
Oh,
That's
man.
how bad.
That is bad.
Yeah. Did not get my time back on that. Don't waste your time on that, guys.
No one was.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on.
No, you're the only one.
Yeah.
All right, well, like, I want to believe that this movie is going to be good just because, it's like James Gunn, he's good. He did an excellent job on Guardians of the Galaxy. I know Desiree doesn't agree with that, but he did. He did a great job on Guardians of the Galaxy. So I was like, oh, I feel like this type of team-up movie for him does really well. So I don't know. I have hopes for Suicide Squad.
Yeah. I have hope out for it too, for those very reasons. That, I mean, he did really good with the Guardians movies.
Yeah. Now this team,
and I feel like Desiree just don't like the Guardians movie because she doesn't find the movie funny.
It's not funny.
Well, there you go.
Those movies are not good. I don't understand. They're boring. They really are.
The rest of the world disagrees with you.
Well, the world is wrong.
Okay. Well, out of this lineup though, is definitely a bunch of people I've never heard of. I'm like, I don't know who any of these characters
Isn't
are.
there a shark guy?
Well, King Shark, I have heard of him because he was on The Flash.
Yeah. He was well, you guys didn't read comic books as much. When Superboy first came out in the comic books, King Shark was his number one villain.
I feel like if you're Superboy, you should be able to defeat a man shark pretty easily.
But
I'm mad that you read a Superboy comic book.
We had a Superboy comic book. You remember that?
Superboy with the black leather jacket.
Yeah, he looked so dumb.
Yeah,
Ain't that his outfit?
That was a '90s thing back then.
No, didn't they change him to just the black T-shirt?
Yes,
Which
How
actually
is
is
that
awesome.
less dumb than the leather jacket?
I mean, Superboy is the same character.
Whatever. How is that less dumb than a leather jacket?
Because it looks awesome.
Yeah,
It's a black T-shirt.
with
So?
jeans.
Yeah.
Okay, that's crazy.
What? He doesn't need a suit.
Yeah.
But y'all acting like it's like some kind of revelation or something when this dude went in his closet and pulled out a black T-shirt.
Yes, that is true, but it's better than his
dope.
stupid jacket that he was wearing before.
I feel like
don't
it's
care
the same. It's the same. y'all crazy. It's the same.
All right. Well, yeah, so King Shark's Superboy is villain. All right. I've seen him before. He was on Flash. It was fine. I don't know who's Polka Dot Man. There's some weird lady. There's a person that looks like a weasel. I don't know any of these people.
Okay. See, what you said right there was I'm
Yeah, I
never
was
gonna
like,
see this
I had to
movie.
do.
Well, I
I
mean,
had to do some DC comic lookup because I was lost.
yeah, but we'll see. Oh, you're complaining, Desiree, and I mean, oh, fine. She doesn't like the movies. I'm gonna say Guardians of the Galaxy has a raccoon in it, but she doesn't like them. So.
But at least he has a real name, Rocket or whatever it is. This guy's name is Polka Dot Man.
Oh,
I can't take no one serious named Polka Dot Man.
true. We didn't really get a real trailer. They kind of just did a character introduction. So I'm guessing they haven't shot much of this. So we'll see. Or no, they had to have, didn't they?
No,
Oh.
I think they said it was only a quarter done,
Okay.
but they had a lot more to go.
Okay. All right. So we'll see how this ends up. I'm hoping it's good. There's no way to tell if it's good or bad at this point, but I hope it's good. All right. Next bit that came from DC Fandom was the Batman trailer. So first, I'll start. What did you guys think about the trailer?
Okay, it didn't really make me want to rush out and go see it, but it didn't also say like, "Oh, this is going to suck." It was okay. It was fine.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the trailer was good. I didn't have any complaints.
Oh, I got a complaint.
Oh boy. Well, talking about trailer, I know.
Trailer.
Yeah,
Let me make that.
I'm like, I know where her complaint is, but let's stick to the trailer itself. I thought it looked pretty good. I guess I agree with Desiree. It's not like something where I was like, oh my gosh, I got to see this movie. But to me, it looks like a good Batman movie. It looks like it's more of a detective style movie, which is good for Batman. Seems like it's along the lines of probably more comic booky, but still along the lines of the Dark Knight trilogy, like in terms of feel, I think.
Yeah, Yeah, I think it does have kind of like that noir feel to it. I mean, yeah, I mean, as so far, it just seems like it would be a decent enough movie. I mean, nothing about it moved me or whatever, but yeah, it was okay. It was a decent trailer. I'm definitely not hyped for it, but it was cool enough.
Yeah. So,
I mean, like on the lines of like Batman Returns and Batman Begins type feel.
hmm
Like that's how I took it as like, and I really do hope that it goes with like the detective side of it because we haven't had that type of version of Batman movies where it's focusing on his detective side. So if they are going to stick to that, I would think that would be really interesting since we haven't had a Batman movie like that just focused on his detective side.
yeah. That would be great. It seems like the Riddler is the main villain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who was that old guy in the trailer?
Which old guy?
couldn't figure that out.
He was kind of
Like-
heavy set with like a stubbly beard.
Oh, that's Penguin, and that's Colin Farrell.
Really?
Ah,
Okay.
I think
really Penguin is.
I think that's it. If I might be wrong, but I know
Okay.
Colin Farrell is playing Penguin in the movie.
Yeah, right. Okay. Because they
Um,
showed him a couple of times, and I'm like, "Who's this?"
yeah,
yeah, it might have been because on this Penguin, they're focusing on Penguin being like the Penguin that owns the Iceberg Lounge, right?
yeah, he's supposed to be
Like,
rich
this
and
is-
whatnot.
Penguin.
Yeah. So we got that. I think the bat suit looks really good.
Yeah, I like the back suit.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the Arkham Knight suit.
From the
Yeah.
video game.
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of.
Yeah. It's that borderline between realistic looking and, agreeing with the comic books, It
Yeah.
looks pretty
Yeah.
good. Looks better than Affleck's suit.
Yeah, I want to mention this to Desiree. The Batmobile. You feel like this is worse than the Batman Christian Nolan Batmobile?
I don't know if it's worse, but it's not good.
I thought it was interesting looking, though. At first I was like, no, but it's interesting.
Took the back out of it and put like turbo boost or something.
I don't know.
Isn't that what you would do?
I guess. Oh, look like an old 1980s car or whatever. Like, what is this?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does kind of look like a 1980s car. But I don't know. It grew on me. I was like, okay. I mean,
It grew on you.
Yeah.
In one trailer, it grew on you?
no. No, they leaked pictures of the Batmobile well before now.
Oh, it's my first time seeing it, and I'm like, I don't know about that.
Okay.
We haven't had a good Batmobile since Tim Burton.
Oh, that was a good Batmobile. That was a good Batmobile.
Yeah, that Batman Forever Batmobile was cold. That Batmobile was cold.
No, not Batman
Three
Forever.
Batmobiles. Batman
Not Batman
Oh.
Forever. Tim
Batman
Burton.
Forever.
Tim
the
Burton.
first
Tim
Batman
Burton.
and the animated series.
Batman animated series.
Yeah, Batman Forever. The first original Batman and Batman animated series.
No.
Tim Burton's number one, the first Batman.
No, but Batman Forever's Batmobile is horrible. It's just like
Yeah.
spiny and stupid.
Yeah, but and then it had those weird wings on the back.
That were all wobbly, so you could tell they were
Yeah.
fake. Like, they're wobbling while I was trying.
It's not good.
No, I mean that made for a good toy, I guess.
Maybe that's what they were going for.
I did want the toy. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, we had a sweet Batmobile. Remember that silver one?
Oh, yeah, that one was really good.
Yeah. And then we had the
Yeah.
animated series Batmobile, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
with the airplane on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My son has a Batmobile with an airplane on the inside.
Nice. I'm glad they don't change things.
No, I mean the design. It's a different Batmobile, obviously, but it's the same toy. Like it does the exact same thing. It comes out the back.
Cool.
I was like, okay,
That's cool though. Yes. Keep it going, generation after generation.
Yeah, now he needs a Batman that can fit inside it.
You bought him a Batmobile without a Batman?
We were in the store and he said he wanted the Batmobile, so I got him the Batmobile.
Typical parent.
But do you also have to buy the Batman?
No.
That sounds like something our dad would do. Just get the Batmobile.
Okay. But yeah, so the story here seems like it has something to do with Riddler. We'll figure that out. It might be pretty interesting. I have to say, out of the DC movies, I am most interested in this one.
Yeah. Mainly because their Batman movies have been generally really good, so I am convinced that it will also be good.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So here's my thing. Are they going to plan on spinning off a new universe from this Batman movie?
No, because what are they doing with the universe they have? Why
Who
would I say
knows?
universes?
It depends on how this Batman movie takes off. If it takes off and ends up taking off better than all of their DC movies, I see them doing it because they would do something crazy like that.
Their whole movie lineup is just confusing. It's confusing to look at. So
because you have a bunch of shot movies as well.
Yeah, it's like you can either do one or the other. It was fine when you were only making Superman movies and then Batman movies, and they didn't take place in the same universe. But since they were trying to jump on the Marvel bandwagon and do their own universe, then it just becomes confusing. Because it's like, oh, okay, this is a Joker movie, but this movie doesn't have anything to do with any of the other movies. Okay, cool, I guess. And then, I
was going to say, it's like this. It's like we have all these MCU movies right now. You know, we have this whole, is in different phases and everything. And then in the middle of this, Marvel will be like, yeah, we're going to come out with a Fantastic Four movie that connects to nothing.
It would be weird.
Yeah, I don't. They're annoying. I just don't understand. Either have a universe or don't have a universe. And of course, this is going to make money as Batman. You're guaranteed to make money.
Yeah, and it doesn't look dumb. So
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm kind of like general audiences though, right? Like, because we are superhero fans, right? So we watched cartoons as we grew up and whatever, and we followed the movies because when we were 10, X-Men came out. Mm-hmm. So, okay, we're good on that. What about general audiences? Because they're used to it connecting, and then you actually had movies that connected, you know? Yeah, Wonder Woman and Justice League, and now this Wonder Woman is coming out. Still a part of that universe. Aquaman's getting a sequel, and then you have this Flash movie, but like Derek said, in the middle of this, I have all these other movies.
It's super confusing.
Yeah, a few of which has the same characters from this other universe.
Yeah, like, so there's 2 Batmans now? Yeah. That's dumb.
That's what I was saying.
I don't know what they don't know what they're doing, so that's why we don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, I don't know. To be honest, I wish they would have just, like, look, Justice League was bad. I wish they would have just left it at that and just continued where you were from. Like, you can always recover. Starting over just never seems like a good idea.
I mean, Marvel recovered because honestly, Phase 2 outside of the Winter Soldier, not that great, but you can bounce back.
Yeah.
And I think you just keep on pushing forward. Like, okay, you know, like that wasn't that good, but you know, we still got the fourth quarter to win.
Yeah. I don't think you like just scrap everything. And I mean, honestly, it's like with Phase 2, like there weren't like Carrie movies just like, oh wow, like yeah, but they sticking with it. Like they knew what it was leading to, so it was just like you just don't go like, oh man, Thor 2 wasn't that good, so we're just going to stop on Thor altogether.
Right.
And I mean, let's face it, when it comes to trilogy, it's kind of hard for all three movies to be good. I mean, we're going to talk about Winter Soldier soon, but we mentioned that Captain America is the only MCU hero that has had all three of his movies be good. Yeah. So I'm like, you're not gonna have a blockbuster stone cold hit on all three movies. Like it's hard to do.
This goes back. We didn't mention this while we were recording, but we were talking about Star Wars and how I said it would have been better if they had a plan from the beginning, and then the movies would have ended up better. I'm gonna say the same thing. Like even okay, Marvel didn't have a complete plan, but they had a kind of an idea of where they wanted to go. Right when they came out with Iron Man, they're like, we're gonna make this into the Avengers, right? Mm-hmm. Where was the plan after Justice League? There's still no plan, right? They're just coming out with movies. Hey, we got Wonder Woman movie, but hey, this takes place before Justice League in 1984, and then we're going to be coming out with another Aquaman. It's not really going to have anything to do with anything. And it's where there was no plan. There's nothing leading up to the other movies. So it's so confusing because I know they wanted to come out with another Justice League, and like Derek said, just because that one was bad, you're like, no more Justice Leagues, I guess.
Which doesn't make any sense because you have like a wealth of comic books to pull from.
Yeah, a lot.
So I don't know why it's so hard to say, hey, what is this Justice? I don't know nothing about Justice League comics. I don't know if they had like like a major comic book thing where the Justice League all had to get together and fight, but I'm sure one exists.
Like, okay, so Aquaman came out after Justice League, right? Yeah, Aquaman, Shazam, Wonder Woman was supposed to come out, and Flash movie. You could have just had that lineup and then a second Justice League movie. But it was clear from Aquaman that they didn't have any kind of plan for the future. Like, Aquaman was a good movie, decent movie, and but it didn't lead to anything else. You know, it didn't go like, oh, okay, and this is happening now, or Darkseid's coming now, type of deal.
Yeah, which would be fine except for you made it into a universe. You know what I mean? Like, we were happy in the past with just individual movies. Yeah. It didn't have to be a universe. You decided to make it a universe, and now
because they catch up with Marvel,
but they didn't need to.
No, they didn't need to. And Marvel came in and said that, hey, you know what? This is what we're going to do.
Yeah. Yeah. So, we'll see. But another thing that I think is going to mess up this whole storyline is the fact that you have Justice League Snyder Cut coming out next year. And we got a trailer for that.
Yay. I feel like it seemed different, although I will say I don't remember much about Justice League besides the fact that I hated it. I only seen it once. To me, it seemed different than the movie that was released.
I've seen it 1.5 times. I did try to watch it a second time and did not get through it. This trailer...
I mean, it's not a good trailer. Let's put that out there first.
Yeah, it's not a good trailer. I've seen it getting a lot of praise online, and I'm like, I don't know. The song choice to me just doesn't fit. Yeah. Also, while there are I'm like, while there are different scenes in the trailer, it still doesn't look different. Like, I've seen people like, yeah, I'm so excited. This looks way better than Justice League. And they're like, this trailer is already better than the entire Justice League movie. And I'm looking at it like, this trailer didn't tell me anything about how this movie is. It didn't really give me story points or whatever that makes it seem different than the Justice League movie that already came out. I know it's going to be different. So before people start angrily typing on their keyboards, I know it's going to be different. I'm just saying this particular trailer does not show that.
I feel like it did seem differently, but I think you agree that the trailer didn't really show you much. So I think it's hard to say, oh, it's already better. How? It didn't tell you anything.
Yeah. So
I don't know. I mean, I will be watching it, even though it was a 4-part series for some stupid reason.
Yeah, this is another thing. What is it, 4 hours long? Come on.
So,
Zack Snyder, you weren't coming out with a 4-hour-long movie, and you know it. So trying to say that this is what you were going to get is a straight-up lie.
well, you know what my issue with it is that now I gotta watch this for 4 hours and then turn around and watch the original one for like 2.5 hours just so I can compare. I don't want to do that.
Well, yeah, we'll do like a DC rewind before this comes out. It's less movies, so it should happen quicker.
Yay.
Yay.
So,
An old person
Yay.
writing stuff down.
Huh?
So I'm gonna have to take notes on it.
Oh. Yeah, we should actually start taking notes when we go to the theater. Just look like a bunch of weirdos with notebooks in the theaters. And
Okay.
maybe eventually...
yeah, I need to get me in this.
Hey, you know how we know we made it? When they invite us to watch a movie early. That would be good.
We saw Aquaman early.
Yeah, but that wasn't because we were a podcast.
Yeah, no, that's because Amazon. I pay them so many times to get me a free movie ticket. So
Yeah, but we did see Aquaman early.
For early release.
Oh, boy. Okay. So, yeah, that trailer happened. The song was horrible. That's the biggest thing I got out of this trailer. It didn't... Why? Why did y'all choose that? It was dumb.
yeah, not good.
All right. Then there was a trailer for Gotham Knights. The video game.
I thought a video game that's Batman with no Batman, kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, we all know he ain't dead, right? But I mean,
Right.
it seems interesting, and all the Batman video games are good, so I'm sure it'll be good.
If it's anything like the Arkham series, I think it's going to be... Is it made by the same people?
I don't think it is. I didn't see. Was it Rockstar? Is that Rockstar?
Rockstar or Rocksteady, something like that.
Yeah, I didn't see the name in the trailer.
Okay. Interesting. But, well, if it is similar, though, like if they use a similar style of play, which it looks like it is from the trailer.
Yeah.
It looks kind of similar. That's pretty cool. I would love to play as Robin or Nightwing or something like that. That's pretty dope.
So tell me, is this the Tim Drake Robin?
I thought this was Damian Wayne.
Okay. All right.
I could be wrong.
I couldn't tell which one is which.
I'm cool with either or.
What?
I like both Robins. I'm cool with either or.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't help me figure out which one is which. I didn't ask you who you were cool with. So which one was it?
I mean, like, Damian Wayne is the current and most popular Robin right now, I think, so...
Isn't Tim dead?
Is Tim dead?
I think he is. Derek? No? Okay.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I thought somebody
Make me
died.
Google this.
Oh, wait, no, didn't he become Red Robin?
Yeah, he's Red Robin.
Yeah,
How's that different than regular Robin?
it's not.
It's not, but you know, you have to know the difference.
Did he get his
Does
own
it more than
comic
one?
book?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna Google this.
I'm Googling it now.
3D Rivals, where we look up things on the spot.
Been known as Red Robin since 2009. Show us how much we read comic books.
I think we already said none.
Yeah, we don't really. We've watched cartoons, and well, Tim Drake did come along when we were watching in the animated series, right? After
Yeah, and
Dick
I was like,
Grayson.
who was this?
Yeah, and they skipped over
Because they
Jason Todd.
skipped over a whole Robin with Jason Todd. They was just like, yeah, we're not even going to even.
Yeah, maybe because he died.
Died. And
They
it was a
didn't wanna-
kid show.
Yeah, they didn't want to put it in their kids show. But this looks good. Batgirl looks pretty cool. I was like,
Yeah.
because they had her gliding, I was like, oh, that cape
Yeah.
looks awesome.
Yeah, no, I think it's gonna be pretty cool. I have strong faith of everything I saw this weekend. I like that the best.
Of course, it's Batman. Can't go wrong with Batman.
Can't go wrong.
Unless it's Batfleck, then you can't go wrong. I mean, not that it's his fault. It wasn't his fault, but it you know, we'll just leave it.
Right. Well, I mean, it's nothing else. Batman video games have a strong track record. Even the Telltale games were good, so I think we'll be fine.
Oh yeah, I saw you play those. It's pretty cool. Even Lego Batman.
Yep. Good. So, that's good.
Awesome. Well, while you guys are looking up stuff, this wasn't DC Fandom, I don't think, but it seems that a Static Shock movie is in the works.
I saw that's interesting. Are we talking live
I
action?
saw that.
Yeah,
cartoon?
live action.
I'm cool with that. The only thing is you got to tell people who Static Shock is.
Yeah. True. I mean, like, we had the cartoon when we were kids, so I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. I'll be interested in watching this, but I don't know how many teens are like, oh, Static Shock. And then DC, I don't think has the rep or what do you call it? Reputation as Marvel does. Like, Marvel can be like, hey, we're coming up with Shang-Chi, and people are like, yeah, let's do it. I want to see it.
Well, by now, like, you know, like, they couldn't do movie number 1 on that. Because
Yeah.
people have been like, what? See, by now, they have such a fan base. It's like, I'm going to go see it, even though I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Even when they started with Iron Man, and he's like, okay, Iron Man wasn't a top tier, we all knew who Iron Man was.
Right.
I feel like Static Shock don't even have that.
Yeah, I don't think so. Maybe this is why DC always sticks with their top 5 or 3.
But see, it's been beneficial, like Marvel, when you introduce a stupid character, you introduce them in another movie.
Yeah, that's a good one. So
Yeah.
you're saying introduce Static in another movie?
Yeah.
Well, they got some movies. Maybe they'll introduce them in Flash.
That would
Okay.
be a good movie to introduce him in.
Oh, I just thought of this. You think Flash is going to like just they're going to use it as like a Days of Future Past and fix everything?
I thought they were doing Flashpoint.
That sounds so much like right, but I don't think they're gonna do it.
Is
Yeah.
that what Flashpoint's about? Or is Flashpoint-
Basically, that is what Flashpoint is. Basically, it was their universe changing thing. Didn't it lead to the New 52 or something like that?
Yeah.
Which everyone hated. But yeah, so it's like Flash went back, he changed stuff, he realized the future that he made was horrible, so he went and tried to change it back. And even though he went and tried to change it back, it was okay, but it wasn't exactly the same.
Okay. Well, honestly, at this point, I feel like they have to do that. Like, they have to go back.
Consolidate this stuff because it's getting kind of crazy. Because
It's a sloppy mess.
we're getting a lot of standalone movies here, and it feels weird.
You know what I don't like? To me, all of the movies kind of... They're all so dark. They're all, like, tonally the same.
Well, I don't think Shazam... I didn't see Shazam, but I don't think it was.
No, okay, that's the outlier. But everyone else, I just feel like DC movies all have, like, the same shading. Like, they're all standing
I
in
don't
rainstorms or
Wonder
something.
Woman was.
What?
I don't think Wonder Woman was. I didn't feel
No, Wonder Woman was dark, too.
Yeah, it was. I mean...
It's always cloudy. Like, the sun doesn't exist in the DC universe or something.
It's because they started with... Well, they started with Superman, but it's because Batman was so popular, and they're trying to emulate that.
Okay, but Batman is dark. We know Batman is dark.
Yeah.
Let there be light on other movies. I don't get it.
Well, does Wonder Woman 84 look like that?
Nah, that one was really...
Oh, I
don't think-
forgot to write that down. The Wonder Woman trailer.
Yeah.
I thought it looked okay. Looked pretty good.
Yeah. I don't know. I just have no confidence in this movie.
Okay. Well, I mean, if it's anything...
I like that trailer.
Yeah.
I thought it was good.
I think they're what's her name? Tigra?
Cheetah?
Cheetah?
Yeah.
Tigra's Marvel, isn't she?
Who knows?
All right, whatever.
Yeah.
Cheetah. I thought that looked
Yeah.
pretty good.
Tiger.
Yeah, no, that was... I don't know. I'm just so done with...
With DC.
I'm so done with DC. They had this whole fandom thing, and nothing about it moved me in any way.
I think it was a bit too early for them to have an event like this. Because
Well,
a
they
lot of
haven't-
this stuff wasn't together.
And are we going to talk about Black Adam?
Oh, no, I wasn't going to talk about Black Adam. But
Let's talk about it since they
That
had...
wasn't a trailer.
Oh, look, don't give me something if you don't have something to show. What was the point?
to tell us that Black Adam was coming out.
I knew that. I want to hear Dwayne The Rock Johnson talk for no reason. Go away.
Yes, that was pointless. That's why I wasn't going to talk about it. because it didn't do anything. It was just
So I'm like, what is this? It was supposed to hype me up because it didn't.
I don't know if we can use you as the metric for being hype.
Okay.
True.
You might have a point there.
Yeah. So, but I didn't see a point to the Black Adam trailer. Really, I mean, the highlights is the Batman trailer, Wonder Woman trailer. Desiree doesn't like it, but okay, fine.
Okay.
And Gotham Knights.
And to answer our Gotham Knights question, it is Tim Drake as Robin in Gotham Knights.
Oh, okay. All right, so it's Tim Drake. Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell the difference between him and Damian. They look the same.
I just figured it was Tim Drake because he looked older. Damien's still a kid, basically, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Supposedly.
How many Robins are there going to be?
8,000 because Batman don't age, but his Robin.
I think there's a total of 6.
There are way too many
If you add
Robins.
all of them together.
Batman, maybe you should stop having little kids fight with you and die.
He needs to stop adopting orphans and turning them to vigilantes.
I mean, at that point, you would think social services would be like, we're going to start giving this dude kids.
Right? All right. That's about all the news that I had gathered. So if you guys didn't see those trailers from Decent Fandom, make sure you check them out. And gather your own thoughts. Let us know what you thought. It'd be pretty cool to do that. But yeah, also with that being said, we could talk about Winter Soldier.
Yay.
So, Winter Soldier. Favorite movie of many of the 3D Rivals crew?
It is definitely the best MCU movie. Like, I have no faults with this movie.
I don't either. With us watching it last night, I was like, no fault at all.
Yeah, I don't have any faults in this movie either. I love this movie. And I could watch it again. We watched it yesterday. I could watch it again. It's an awesome movie.
I mean, I was just thinking, like, I could literally, like, watch it today. You know, I think what's so great about this movie is how different it is from the other movies. And it doesn't feel like a superhero movie with, like, capes and powers and laser beams or whatever. It's like, it's just a movie. Like, you could slap, like, hey, Mission Impossible, whatever, and this movie could be it.
Right, yeah, we were talking about that because Captain America is the most human superhero out of those superheroes. I mean, besides the actual humans like Hawkeye and Black Widow. But like his movie, since there, like you said, there's no laser beams and flying people or whatever, it feels like a down to earth movie. And I thought this was the first Russo brothers movie. It was excellently shot and the story was well told. I definitely enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was great. And I'm like, I kind of like, this is kind of what sets the MCU apart is that every movie is different. And like, and they purposely went with a different tone and route. Like, you know, there's like, we wanted to be a, you know, a political thriller. And that's what we got. And I don't know, it was just great and so different. And like we said before earlier is that Captain America has the most complete and satisfying trilogy in the MCU. And I think it's because it's so different than all the other movies in the MCU.
Yeah. So
yeah, I feel the same way too. With it, I mean, I like the espionage and the spy aspect of it. I think that carried the movie as well. And it's a different take. Like Desiree brought out, like it's not like the, you know, the Iron Mans, the Thors, the Hulk, you know. So I really like the different take on it. And I mean, especially with Captain America's character.
Yeah, well, you can see the change where it's just like he's a guy who's so loyal to his country. Then all of a sudden he's questioning, like, what exactly am I loyal to? Like, are we the good guys anymore? So I think that's also a great aspect of it too, where, you know, you have, you know, this guy who's supposed to be Mr. Patriotic, and all of a sudden it's just like, is this something I should be doing anymore?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, I like you were mentioning, I think this did a lot for his character, like the character growth of Captain America. Because I think one of the things people say was like, oh, Captain America didn't change, but everything around him changed throughout his character in the MCU, and that's the first step of that. It's like, okay, so he came from the 40s where it was like it's this really big and huge thing for him to be like this respectable person, and he is a great soldier, you know, following and fighting for the country and whatnot. And then when he gets to the present day, you know, he's this spy, and there's some, you know, gray area stuff going on that kind of conflicts with his core character, and we get to see how he deals with that, which I think is really good.
Yeah, when you figure in World War II, you knew who the enemy was. And here is just like you're not quite sure anymore. And I mean, even in the opening scene, it's like, you know, Black Widow had her own mission that he didn't know about. It's like, well, why didn't I know these things, and why are we doing these things? And I think one of the things, I think it was Kevin Feige said that everything Nick Fury says is a lie.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just basically, yeah, and here's the guy that I work for this guy, but he lies all the time. He lies so much, it's hard for him to keep them straight.
Yeah,
and that kind of who Captain America is.
Like the thing with his eye, which was such a big thing. Last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye, and a cat scratched his eye out. Wow. Right. Great job.
Right. So not whole truth. See, he does not tell the entire truth.
Yeah. So, yeah, that is pretty good.
Yeah, I think, and I just feel like this movie to me just didn't have a dull moment. Like, it opens up with this great scene with them, you know, in the plane, on the boat, just fantastic scene. Just, I don't know. I feel like there was not a wasted piece of information in the entire movie.
Oh, so many good scenes in this movie. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So you mentioned the boat scene.
Every fight scene was good in this movie.
Yeah. Well, I got it wrong. The best part is it opened up with, you know, him running, and it's like on your left, which ended up taking such a deeper meaning later on the whole thing. But even at the end of the movie, you know, he's in a hospital bed and he's like on your left. It just kind of shows like, you know, these guys are friends now.
Yeah.
It is just little things like that just kind of makes this movie
man,
great.
Setting that up for Endgame.
Yeah.
See, this is why Endgame gets you in the feels throughout the movie, because they're just like, hey, remember this from this movie? There you go. We're going to hand this to you, you know? But yeah, so Winter Soldier. The Winter Soldier character, while he wasn't in the movie a whole lot, I don't think, but I think just the mystery around the character, even though like we knew who he was already, I think the way they introduce him in the movie, he has this mystery about him. You can tell that he's a dangerous person, just the way he carries himself and the scenes they put him in. I thought that was really good, and it makes for a good villain. Villains should be equals to the heroes, and when that happens, it makes for a very good villain.
Yeah, I think he had a great intro, and I really feel like for someone who didn't know who he was, the reveal that he's Bucky to me would have gotten people like, oh wow, you know what I mean? So then it's like once you realize he's Bucky, he has a whole other new meaning to him now. You know, now it's like Captain's like, I have to fight my best friend, this guy who's been with me my entire life. And then at the same time, when Bucky realized that something's not right, he also has his own battles to deal with, which I thought was done perfectly in this movie.
Yeah. Yep. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Black Widow, very well used in this movie as well.
Yeah. I mean, like everything.
Yeah,
like,
I think our only we didn't like her hair in this movie.
Oh no, that wig was not doing it, but it just doesn't fit her face well.
Yeah, that was some horrible hair. This is Black Widow's worst hair. That, you know what? Some points have to be taken off the movie because this is the worst hair of Black Widow.
So are we gonna? Okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna add it to the nitpick. Her hair and then Mackie's outfit.
Oh,
that Wally World t-shirt he wearing and them jeans. It's like I'm like, where did you get this stuff from? Like, yo, um,
Them jeans. When
I
he's
guess
in
we
there.
gotta talk to the costume designers for that. They do the outfits for the movies.
find a better pair. Come on now. Is it that hard?
Yeah,
Maybe it was the reason though. Like maybe it's because like he's a retired war veteran. He probably doesn't. He's not making that much money, so maybe that's why.
His apartment looked pretty nice.
Right? He had a whole house. He buy a decent pair of jeans. Come on now.
We're so sorry that the jeans weren't up to par for you. But yeah, and I think this overall story of this movie is pretty good. And like you mentioned at the beginning, Desiree, this could not be a Marvel movie, and this would be a good spy movie, I think.
Yeah, I think so. And I think a lot of it also had like the relationships with people, You see the relationship with Cap and Black Widow, how they're growing, and it's like I want to be your friend, but I never really know if I can trust you. And, then he developed this friendship with, Falcon's real name? Sam?
Yeah, Sam Wilson.
Yeah.
And Wilson.
I just feel like a lot of it had to do with like friendships and relationships too. I just feel like this movie had just so many things going on, but in a good way.
That is absolutely true. All right, so it's clear that we enjoy this movie a whole lot. But did you get some extra stuff, Desiree? That
I did. It's not a whole lot. Usually, when the movie is really good, I don't have a lot to talk about. But we can start off with casting.
Mm-hmm.
So, some people that was considered for the role of Sharon Carter, which we didn't talk about her, Agent 13.
Oh, she's kind of forgettable in the movie.
She is, and I was like glad that they put her in there, and then disappointed that she doesn't do anything in these movies. Pointless. But apparently they considered Anna Kendrick, Felicity Jones, and Elizabeth Olsen. We all know Elizabeth Olsen ends up being the Scarlet Witch.
Which is a better choice for her. You said you would like Andrew Kendrick?
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah, she would have been fine. I think Felicity Jones would have been fine too. Although, would they make her blonde?
Does it matter if she's not blonde? Because I can't picture neither one of those two blonde.
Yeah.
True.
I don't think the blonde fits them, but
it doesn't.
Yeah, I think either one of them would have been really good in the role.
I think so. I like Andrew Kendrick. She got a real girl next door vibe in a good way.
We should find a place for her in the MCU. Also,
that's what I was thinking.
Also, now that you mention it, Felicity Jones, I feel like as an action actress, she can do it.
All right, who do you want her to be?
Yeah. Why don't we put Mockingjay in the MCU, right? Well, S.H.I.E.L.D.'s gone, so they're probably not going to do that.
But what?
You mean Mockingbird?
Mockingbird, whatever.
Or another, it's still a bird.
Yeah, the mocking whatever, yes.
Oh, now let me have said Mockingjay.
That's from Hunger Games, I think.
Hunger Games?
Oh, yeah. I mean, but is S.H.I.E.L.D. really gone? Because they keep showing up.
Well, they only showed up in Age of Ultron.
It's like Hydra is not really never gone.
Okay, who was Nick Fury and Maria Hill in Spider-Man? They were just driving in a random truck that wasn't like a S.H.I.E.L.D. thing.
In Spider-Man?
Yeah, when they was...
Oh, yeah, you know what? I guess so. I guess S.H.I.E.L.D. is back.
S.H.I.E.L.D. is back. We just kind of glossed over that. Like,
wow, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So S.H.I.E.L.D. is back again. So then we can bring back Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Real Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Real Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So, yeah, do Mockingbird.
Yeah.
Especially if you're doing Secret Wars and you know they're working up to Secret Wars.
Is she in Secret Wars?
She was the first person they found out was a Skrull. Like, she died and then she turned into a Skrull and they're like, this is weird.
Happened in cartoon. Suffer was a Hydra member.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. So you want Felicity Jones to be her?
Felicity Jones and a Kendrick will work for that too.
Yeah. Yeah, we should get both of them in the MCU.
Yeah, wow, that would have been good casting. But I'm okay with the casting they got.
Yeah, I mean, what's her name? Van Camp?
Emily Van Camp.
She's fine. It's just they didn't give her a good role.
Yeah,
I think
still didn't, to be honest. Even in Civil War, she didn't do much.
I know, which I'm thinking it's because she is in this TV shows why her role isn't bigger. I would hope. Although I still want a movie about S.H.I.E.L.D., so maybe she'll show up.
Well, we'll see.
I don't think we're gonna get.
That's more likely to be a TV show.
Whatever. I want one. Is she going to be in Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
Oh, is she?
Who?
Emily Van Camp. Agent 13.
Oh,
I don't know.
she could be.
She could be.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why not, right? Put her in there.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see her again.
Okay. That'll be cool.
For the role of Falcon, we all know Mackie basically stalked Marvel to be in the movie. But
Yeah.
But apparently Michael B. Jordan read for the role of Falcon. I say no.
He looks more like the
I
comic book
only
character.
say no because we know how good he did as Killmonger.
No, that's not
So-
why I say no. I don't see it to me. I think he's too young.
Yeah. But if I look at the comic book character, I feel like Michael B. Jordan looks more like Falcon.
He does.
Does he?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel
don't
like
think
he
I've
does.
ever seen him. I don't know what he looks like in the comic book. I know he had that funny looking suit.
Yeah, the red and white.
Yeah.
I
Oh. I'm glad they do not dress like how they dress in the comic books.
Oh,
It would look really bad and cheap.
This dude look like Danny Glover. He don't look like no.
Well, okay. I think Michael B. Jordan would have done fine in the role. I wish he had a bigger role in the MCU, especially after Killmonger. But like, I don't know if I want anybody else to play Killmonger because he killed it.
Oh, he's great as Killmonger.
He killed it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see it, guys. I think Anthony Mackie is kind of perfect for it.
All right. Who's the better actor though, Michael B. Jordan or Anthony Mackie? Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, obviously. I don't know why I asked that question.
I mean, you can stack up movies against movies, and Michael B. Jordan movies is way better.
Movies though,
Huh?
he hasn't been in a ton of stuff.
Anthony Mackie?
Yeah.
Not noteworthy stuff.
Yeah, I mean, he has. I don't think he has ever been like a lead actor in anything though. But he's been.
No, I mean he was in 8 Mile, The Adjustment Bureau. Like those are like the biggest movies he's been in outside of Marvel, right?
I don't know.
He's been in a couple of Netflix things.
It took me a while to realize he was the guy from 8 Mile.
What? His real name is
Why did you
Clarence.
not know that?
What? What? What am I supposed to do there?
That was the first day when I saw him. Oh, he was in The Hurt Locker. I didn't like that movie.
I never saw it.
It was overrated.
Okay. Well, okay. Any other casting?
That was it. Everyone else is from the other movies.
Oh, yeah, true. So,
That's the thing about sequels. You kind of know.
yeah, no new cast. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then.
All right. Random movie facts. Since we were talking about casting, basically Marvel called Mackie and was like, "Hey, you're gonna be in this movie, and we're not gonna tell you what role you're playing, and you're gonna have like an 8-movie contract." And he said, "Okay."
Okay. Wow.
But Sebastian Stan was the same way. You know, he has like a 9-picture deal, and he had no idea he was gonna be the Winter Soldier until like Comic-Con.
Wow. How did
Yeah.
you do that? I don't even think, did Marvel have that power by this movie?
Yeah, I would say so. I would say since the first Avengers, like from that point on, it was just like, yeah, they got
Man,
this.
that's a huge risk. They could have gone downhill real fast.
Yeah. Yeah, they could have.
Yeah. But I think people was all pumped. We were all pumped on like even though Phase 2, like the movies wasn't on par with Phase 1 movies, we were just like, man, what's going to lead into Avengers 2 though?
Right. Well, I mean, Winter Soldier definitely saved it. This came out and that just built the hype right back up.
Right, which was good because Age of Ultron was disappointing.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah. Although it has some good parts in it, but yeah. So wow, so they just signed the deal. Didn't even know what character they were playing.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you had to know it was an important character if you got a 9-picture deal.
I mean, for Mackie, you figure there's only a handful of black people, right? So it's kind of easy.
They could have
right?
racial swapped somebody.
Oh yeah, they could have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, since he was stalking them, he kind of had to say yeah at this point, right?
Yeah.
Right? There's like, you harassed us. We're giving you a role. You can't say no.
Well, that is interesting. And now he gets a TV series.
Yeah.
Which
So
is not his
yeah.
contract, so I'm pretty sure he's going to pay more for that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
Mm-hmm. All right. So this is not really about the movie, but this is just in general, I guess. So in the comics, Falcon has the ability to communicate with birds.
Yeah, that's
He does not have
dumb.
that power. He does not have that power in the MCU, and I'm glad.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Or he also doesn't have his pet falcon that he's connected to.
Well, it's a robot. In the
It's
movies, it's
not
a robot.
in the comics, though, is it?
No, it's an actual falcon.
Oh, the actual falcon.
That's stupid.
Yes, it is. That's why it's a robot in the movie.
That's not the word. Like, who thought that was a good idea?
And then communicate with birds? That's just as dumb as Aquaman. What are you doing?
Like, how does it help you? You just, like, take out plane propellers by, like, flying to this engine. And just stupid.
Like, communicating with animals only works for a few people, like Ant-Man. That's it.
Yeah.
And it's stupid. But
Well, he fly around and stuff, I guess.
But insects could be very deadly, though. 'Cause he doesn't.
birds are deadly.
Yeah, soaking birds. Soaking fish.
Stupid power.
I think I'm going to be more scared of a bunch of spiders and ants and centipedes coming at me than a bunch of birds.
Have you not seen birds?
Nope.
I haven't, and not going to see it. You can keep your
So this
birds.
is why you don't know how dangerous birds can be.
Either way, communicating with them is dumb.
No, it's very stupid.
It's a dumb power. All right. So, yes, they didn't do that, which is good.
It's very good at it. Yeah, horrible.
Well,
All
nobody
right.
had powers like that yet in the MCU, right?
No.
No, you got a science experiment in the Hulk, and then an alien.
Yeah. So
That's
yeah,
it.
the first time we're gonna see powers was basically shown at the end of the movie with Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, no one had powers, and it is better this way. I didn't even know he had powers until I read that, so that's fine.
Yeah.
So,
But it does
what
kind of make him kind of pointless, right? He's just a guy in a wingsuit. How come everybody can't do this?
because he trained on the wingsuit. It takes skill to
Yeah.
fly with wings.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't train someone on the wingsuit?
Of course they do. And first of all, if this was like sitting in like Shield's back pocket, they would have used it already. For sure.
Yeah.
Because this is what they do. Yeah, so I mean, it's still a stupid power, but whatever. He's enjoyable. It's dumb, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
All right. So apparently, Kevin Feige selected the Russo brothers to direct based off of their paintball episodes on Community.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, the paint, especially the season 2 one. Their paintball episodes are good. It is good. It is very entertaining.
Well, it just showed they knew how to shoot that type of action.
I guess, but it's a comedy. If you don't know, for people out there, every season, kind of like how every season of Brooklyn Nine-Nine has like the Halloween heist, every season the Community has like a paintball fight at the end of the school year. So at the end of the season, there's this giant school-wide paintball fight. And they take it really seriously. It's like, you know, guns and people creating alliances. It's like this whole big deal. They are really good episodes.
Community was interesting. And that, I think it shows the Russo brothers' range as directors. And so he wasn't wrong for choosing them.
No, and I think it's kind of good. You also, like we said, they were so different, which is why the movie is different. And they have different views on how to do things, which is like, goes into my next point, is how they wanted to use minimal visual effects. So if they could build it, they built it. If they could be done for real, they did it for real. And I think that definitely adds to the movie, because to me, Marvel has a huge CGI problem. Like, they love it.
They do use a lot of CGI.
Yeah. And I think what makes this movie stand out is that it's just, there is real fight scenes, it's real car crashes, it's real explosions.
Right. It makes it feel real to you as you're watching it.
Yeah. Because one of the things is start like their stunts are practical. So like the highway scene, which we were talking about when we watched the movie together. Mm-hmm. So like they really did have them on a car door going down the highway. Like they shot that scene a few different times with them on the door in front of a green screen, them on the door hanging out the car. Literally they had them like Scarlett Johansson and Anthony Mackie used their double, but Chris Evans did it for real. So they had a truck push him down the highway and then like up a ramp so it could look like they're like falling down.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Wow.
And then so like when Mackie falls off the door and is rolling down the highway, like his stunt double did that for real and then gave him like a little special pass so he don't tear up his arm, because seriously,
right, you
can't do it without tearing your skin off.
Right. There's no way in the world you do that without tearing up your skin.
Right. But I don't know, to me it was just like such a dangerous scene, but like they did it for real. Like one, I personally was like, I'm not about to let a truck push me down the highway, but they did.
Do a lot of stuff. I guess we'll get to it in Civil War, but even like, you know, when Black Panther and Captain America and Winter Soldier are like running faster than the cars, like they were actually running.
Yeah. Next
to moving cars. So being pulled at 40 miles an hour by a car. So like it's yeah, man, they do some dangerous stunts, but it does make it look really good.
It makes it look really good. Like another thing is like, okay, so like when they're sliding on the door, you see like the cars flipping next to them, because they really flipped a car next to them.
Did they do it next to them, or they do two different shots?
No,
flip
that was
a car.
One shot.
Oh,
that was one shot.
Yeah, so they could have at least did two different shots. I'm sorry. You don't know how the car's gonna flip. Like,
that was one shot. So the car's flipping and they're sliding down the street.
Nah, dude, nah. If I'm the stunt double, I'm like, y'all gonna do two different shots, right? Shoot a car flipping and then shoot us sliding down the street.
No, it was one shot.
It will look the same.
But I mean, like, it's such a great scene, though.
Yeah, it is.
Way, so great. And that's why it looks so great, because they did it for real.
Yeah. That type of, I think they need to remember to do that. Like the technology where it's going is great and it helps us do more in movies, but we shouldn't use it as a crutch, right? Like if we can do this for real, let's do it for real. If we need computer generated stuff, then yeah, okay, let's computer generate some stuff. But you know, it's always good. It's always good to use practical effects because it looks better, I think, on film.
I think so too. To me, I feel like it's always better when, and I kind of like, to me, movies that stands out like this movie, things like Jurassic Park or The Fugitive, is like it. Especially like those two old movies, like they hold up so well, is because it's like it wasn't 1990s technology. It's because they did it for real. Like They crashed the train for real. They dropped a body off the dam for real. And I think it adds to the movie when you do stuff like that.
That it does.
Yeah. I mean, it might be a little ridiculous, but I appreciate it when you do it.
Yeah. So that's good. Hopefully they get the Russo brothers back for something else. Like, obviously a different series. Like, I think they should be done with Avengers. But, like, if they get a new character or something, let's throw them on to direct.
Russo brothers, they will come back if they did Secret Wars.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not sure what Secret Wars is about.
Yeah, I think I said Secret Wars before. I meant Secret Invasion. That's what Skrull.
You're right. Secret Invasion, I think, is what they're building up to. But I think the Russos said they'll come back for Secret Wars.
Secret Wars is like they transferred a bunch of the heroes to another planet to fight in a tournament or something like that, I think.
That's
or
different.
to fight something. I didn't read it, but isn't that where Spider-Man got the black suit?
Dude.
Yeah.
Are you asking in general, or are you asking me?
No, I think I'm...
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
That's where
Spider-Man gets the black suit. Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Venom?
Yeah, Venom.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
though each time they've done it in the movies, it made no sense. But
and somehow a fight from space makes sense?
Made more sense than the way they've done it. But I guess they can't do that because now Venom is a part of this universe. So
They could have. They didn't make a Venom movie.
They rushed to make the raid. They rushed. You know what? I'm not gonna.
Okay.
It's only gonna upset me. All right. Any other news?
Okay, my last random movie fact was Hawkeye was going to be in this movie.
Hawkeye.
Right? The guy who gets no love was going to be in this movie.
Makes sense. He is an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
He would have fit in this movie too. He wouldn't have felt out of place.
Because he's an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah, absolutely. But apparently there was some scheduling conflicts, and so what was he doing? He ain't doing nothing. Anyways, so
Jason Bourne.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I was like, Bourne movie.
Yeah, he should have did this instead. So they had a whole fight scene storyboarded and everything. So apparently it was going to be Hawkeye chasing Cap through the city. And eventually they fight each other on the outskirts of the city or whatever. And they like Hawkeye lose the fight on purpose, but let's be real, Hawkeye don't win that fight. Please.
No.
But anyway, he doesn't win the fight. But anyways, it's like he loses the fight on purpose, but then tells Cap to make it look real because S.H.I.E.L.D. is watching. So that's kind of just like, they send Hawkeye after him, they fight, but he basically lets him go.
If you're Hydra, do you send Hawkeye?
They sent random people in the elevator.
No, all the people in the elevator were Hydra.
I'm guessing Hydra, because even then they were questioning other people's loyalty. I guess it was just, I don't know. But maybe this is before Hydra truly revealed themselves and Captain America was just a fugitive. Because remember, Pierce was still trying to play that game like we didn't know, it was like Captain America, he knows what happened to Nick Fury and he's on the run. Okay. So I bet after that speech is when they send Hawkeye after him.
Okay. And I guess it would make sense. It would be like, we send one of our best to go collect him.
Yeah. Because, even then, this is like a deleted scene with Maria Hill, and it's like Sitwell is like, I guess I could bring this out. I wasn't going to, but I'll bring it out later. Was basically like questioning her loyalty. Like, are you loyal to Cap or are you loyal to S.H.I.E.L.D.? So this is before like Hydra, revealed themselves. So it was probably the same thing.
Okay.
So the part I was going to skip, but I decided to bring it out just a second, was I'm not sure how this would have all worked out. But Coulson was going to be in this movie, and basically he would have had the role of Sitwell and would have been a Hydra member.
Nope, don't like it.
I don't like it at all.
Also, Coulson died.
Right. So this was before. So I don't know when they decided to scrap this idea. So obviously it must have been before they did Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But before I don't know when I don't know. Maybe they decided to scrap it because it made no sense.
Like, did they write this movie before Avengers was over? I don't think.
I don't think they did. Maybe that's why they decided to scrap it, because the Avengers killed them. I don't know. I was wondering about that timeline, because this is 2 years after the Avengers.
Yeah. But, well, no, writing starts... So they might have been writing it.
You think they was already working on the Winter Soldier?
I think they... scripting, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess then that does make sense.
Season 1 of Agent of Shield too, so it could have worked.
Now, TV show writing is different. That wouldn't have been written yet.
Yeah, this would have been way before Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So, yeah, I guess it could have been in the script before they decided to kill him and in the Avengers.
Yeah. Okay.
That means on Agent of Shield, he would have turned bad too then on the show.
No. He wouldn't have existed in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, they would have just not had him in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yep. Because Sitwell still dies.
Yep.
So he would have died. And then they wouldn't have brought him back if he was Hydra.
I like Coulson as a good guy. I don't know.
I do.
Yeah,
I'd
I don't
have
like
been
that.
highly disappointed if he turned out to be a Hydra agent.
Yeah, dude, that would have been so... Oh, no, man. Nah.
Yeah.
Not Coulson.
Oh, yeah. So now I'm glad they killed him. Just so he doesn't turn out to be a double agent. Oh,
Yeah, that had to be early in script writing, I think.
I'm sure.
All right.
All right, so that was my last random movie fact. Nitpicks outside of Black Widow's hair and Mackie's outfits, I don't, except for, people would have died 10 times over.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, that's just every movie, though.
that's every movie. But Mackie jumping out of windows from like 100 stories up. No, was it 41 stories up?
Yeah. How many times do we have to tell you cannot break the glass on buildings that easy? You're bouncing off of it. You're bouncing right off of it.
And then even from glass,
We're getting stuck in it, but you ain't going through.
right? And even if you did run through the glass, you'll be dead because you've been all cut up, just done. Just all your arteries would be just open.
Yeah, it doesn't happen in real life. But okay, so there's that. I don't have any nitpicks with this movie.
Like, I don't know. I mean, I might be a little biased. I just love everything about this movie.
Yep. Best lines?
On your left.
Okay, on your left. Last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye.
Before we get started,
does anyone want to get out? Yeah. Those.
Who the heck is Bucky?
That. I made breakfast, and if you guys eat that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Stan Lee.
Yeah.
Oh, did we say we can't count Stan Lee?
No, we're not counting Stan Lee. Stop trying to throw that in there.
Okay, fine.
When he gets in the car and he said, "Well, you can't run. I can't run everywhere."
Yeah. Okay. Yep, that was good. Just a lot of good lines.
My number one is on your left.
On your left.
My number one is, before we get started, does anyone want to get off?
Yeah.
Get out.
Get out.
Get out. Okay.
Yep. That's a movie. All right. So I guess we can rank The Winter Soldier. I pretty much know what everybody's going to say. Best movie ever?
Best movie ever. And this time
Best
it
movie
deserves
ever.
that ranking. Like,
Yeah.
I know our rating system is kind of sketchy, but
Yeah, our rating system is not the greatest, but still. Best movie ever. I definitely agree with that.
I can watch this movie over and over and over again.
I watch this movie all the time. I mean, I own it. Whenever it shows up on Netflix, I watch it. I watched it when I had Disney Plus.
Just
Even
every
though
version of it.
Do you have it on DVD?
Yeah. I do.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. I have it digitally. I have the physical Blu-ray.
I have it on DVD too, now that I think about it.
I feel like this and the Avengers, I can just watch nonstop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're good movies. They're definitely good movies. Well, so there's our thoughts on Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Why don't you let us know what you thought about it? First, I wanted to let you guys know we're obviously professional podcasters, right? You know, we're the best. Obviously, there's nothing unprofessional about our podcast at all. But if you want to start a podcast, just much like we have ours, then you can use Buzzsprout. And that's what we use in order to host our podcast. And it is hands down the easiest and best way to launch, promote, and track your podcast. Your show can be online and listed in all the major podcast directories like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more within minutes after you finish recording. Like after I finish this, it's going to be on all those things. It's awesome. So if you're looking to start a podcast, check out our affiliate link below, and you can sign up for Buzzsprout yourself. If you guys want to reach out to us, you can. We're on Facebook. It's facebook.com/3drivals. You also can reach out to us on Gmail, 3drivals@gmail.com. And we're on Twitter. It's @3_rivals. With that being said, thank you so much for listening, guys, and peace out.
Peace out.